Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's June 4th, 2026. We're going to read from Deuteronomy chapter 8. We're going to read Psalm 91. All right, so in Deuteronomy 8, Moses is reminding this second generation of Israelites that God was with them all through the wilderness. They didn't lack for anything. When they were obedient to Him, blessings, blessings, blessings. And He reminds them, hey, when we get to the promised land, keep remembering God and blessings will follow us. But we get complacent and you forget God, then God is under no obligation to continue blessing you. So obedience, obedience. Let's go ahead and read Deuteronomy chapter 8. Every commandment which I command you today, you must be careful to observe, that you may live and multiply and go in and possess the land of which the Lord swore to your fathers. And you shall remember that the Lord your God led you all the way these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble you and to test you, to know what was in your heart, whether you would keep his commandment or not. So he humbled you, allowed you to hunger, and fed you with manna which you did not know, nor did your fathers know, that he might make you know that man shall not live by bread alone, but man lives by every word that proceeds from the mouth of the Lord. And we see that when Jesus is tempted, he refers to this. Your garments did not wear out on you, nor did your feet swell these 40 years. You should know in your heart that as a man chastens his son, so the Lord your God chastens you. Therefore you shall keep the commandments of the Lord your God, to walk in his ways and to fear him. For the Lord your God is bringing you into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and springs that flow out of valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley, of vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of olive oil and honey, a land in which you will eat bread without scarcity, in which you will lack nothing, a land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills you can dig copper. When you have eaten and are full, then you shall bless the Lord your God for the good land which he has given you. Beware that you do not forget the Lord your God by not keeping his commandments, his judgments, and his statutes, which I command you today, lest when you have eaten and are full, and have built beautiful houses and dwelt in them, and when your herds and your flock multiply, and your silver and your gold are multiplied, and all that you have is multiplied, when your heart is lifted up, and you forget the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage, who led you through that great and terrible wilderness, in which were the serpents and scorpions, and thirsty land where there was no water, who brought water for you out of the flinty rock, who led you in the wilderness with manna, which your fathers did not know, that he might humble you, and that he might test you, to do you good in the end. Then you say in your heart, my power and the might of my hand have gained me this wealth. You shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gave you the power to get wealth, but that he may establish his covenant, which he swore to your fathers, as it is this day. Then it shall be, if you by any means forget the Lord your God, and follow other gods, and serve them, and worship them, I testify against you this day that you shall surely perish. As the nations which the Lord destroys before you, so you shall perish, because you would not be obedient to the voice of the Lord your God. Let's move over to Psalm 91. Safety of abiding in the presence of God is my pericope here, and there's no other heading in here, titles like we've seen before. That usually means it probably is connected to the ones before it, and that makes sense because we just had a couple of days. See, we lamented, but we didn't really have a resolution, and we were kind of down and in despair, and that didn't quite have a resolution, but we're still turning to God and praying to God. And then we started to recognize that God is mighty, and we're going to continue with that, and recognize that, hey, if we put those together, then God will lift us out of our despair, and God will lift us out of whatever our problems are. And that's kind of where we get through to in Psalm 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler, and from the perilous pestilence. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilences that walk in darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwellings. For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. Hey, wait a minute. There's another one of the verses that's used during Satan's temptation of Jesus. Now it's Satan that uses this one, and he tries to twist it around to tell Jesus, "Oh, well, nothing's going to happen to you. Just jump." Jesus says, "No, that's not what that means. God's going to protect me. Even though things are rough, trust in the Lord, and you'll get through it. Don't go looking for trouble. Just trust that the Lord will get you out of the trouble you're in." Let's pick it up back at 13. "You shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent. You shall trample underfoot, because he has set his love upon me. Therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name." Now we're into that messianic, talking about Jesus. "He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation." May God bless the reading of his word. May God bless you. Bye.